Hello, everybody, and welcome again. I am going to be playing the first Hellblade Senua Sacrifice. After I completed the second video game, I thought, hey, why not do the first one? This one, in fact, will give me a lot more to talk about. I will be geeking out constantly about the enemies, the storytelling, the environment, everything. So, with that said, let's go ahead and jump into the adventure. I do have to start a new game because technical difficulties kind of rose up. I don't want to talk about it because it's embarrassing. It's unfortunate, but that's just how amateur commentating is, or amateur content creation is. You find steps, you make missteps, and you have to correct them, and you have to move on, and you just learn from your mistakes. So enjoy
Hello,
the cutscene.
who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. The head. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. The head. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness.
They're watching.
There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? They're watching. Why doesn't she turn coming? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead. I can feel you coming. Quiet.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking? It's in hell high.
Look, up ahead.
In hell high.
You see it too?
You promised you gave me.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe. Go back.
Go back, go back, go
It's
back.
not safe.
It's them. They're here.
Can you see them? I can see you.
Look around and you'll see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here.
See them?
This is not a place of rest.
I can't do this. Go back. Go back. They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you. They're watching. Stop. Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her. You're so close to the darkness. Go back. Can you feel it?
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. It's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
They can feel you.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper. What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back.
You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Now already you can tell the shift of tone from crazy, chaotic, and just overall insanity into a tone of dread,
Close your eyes.
anxiety, and fear.
Why aren't you looking close? Take a closer look then.
And you can hear the voices even more. They're more active and more argumentative, and even now we have a narrating voice that wasn't the same, or I think it is the same actress, but this narration voice is different than when it was in the second game. And these are the shifting topics. Since we've covered the actress for the narration, we have here a runestone. These runestones would often tell stories just based on the hieroglyphs in Egypt. They tell stories based on the carving and the picture within the stone, as well as you can see the runes that go around. Here we have the Elder Futhark rune Savelu, which is the S for the English alphabet.
My stories, Senua, because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the River of Knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
Now, another thing, as the narrator told us that this isn't a place of rest, I love how they kind of twist that aspect of what hell is supposed to be. Hell is supposed to be a place of rest for those who died of old age or illness. They rest in a mansion in hell where they are taken care of by her servants. And they just rest there for the rest of the, eternity until Ragnarok. There will be more to tell about hell as we move on. There are parts I remember about the stories of hell, and already he said hella, and that's not right. It's just hell.
The darkness is coming. Yearns for life. Hungers for it. Let's chuck his wolves on a hunt. But she's not stopping. Not this time.
Now, immediately you felt dread right there, right? You felt an exertion of fear and anxiety the moment you went chest deep in that water. And this is the horse of hell. There's the golden gate that leads to the gates of hell.
The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
I almost forget they say Helheim, and it just bothers the fuck out of me. Just...
I hear you. He's there, you know it. There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim. And the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
I am going to growl and complain every time they say Helheim and Hela, when it's all literally just one word, hell.
Why is she doing this? Why doesn't she turn back? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead.
And I also wonder if you guys noticed how she's more quiet in this first game. How she's more cautious and silent.
She needs to lay him to rest. He's already dead. She can save him. There's nothing she
The
can
bridge to
do.
Helheim. I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
And the river that leads to hell is the River Gil. Nobody can swim it. Only those who can cross the bridge, the Golden Bridge, can walk over that river. Now here we have the Ehwa's room, the letter E in the English alphabet and in the Elder Futhark rune table.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
Now, there is something that needs to be said about how he did describe the 9 realms. It's not Muspelheim, it is Muspel. And the only fire giant to live there is Sutta, or how he pronounced it is Suft. Uh, and the ice giants live in Niflheim. And Loki, a lot of people want to believe he's a fire giant or a ice giant, and he is neither. He is a Jotun, a mountain giant, because the Jotnar are very capable with magic. They are very mischievous, and they have very questionable intentions, most often trying to steal the goddesses, the sun, the moon as their treasures and slaves and stuff. Like one of the stories, Thrimir was the mischievous one who took Mjolnir from Thor's bed and took it to Jotunheim and said he would only give it back if he married Freya. Now that's a whole different story for a different time, because right now we're not talking about the gods and their stories. We are talking about Senua and her story as she tries to enter Hell. And here we will find our first puzzle.
He's going to hurt you.
It's dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them.
Don't listen.
I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Don't listen. I'll never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
It's just a memory.
Druth? Is that you?
Around you now.
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar.
He's
An old fool. Truth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
I can see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
She needs to use her eyes.
Now, interesting fact about Druth that I watched in the making of this video game.
Look
That
towards the gate,
part where you see him,
and the gate will open.
that part where you see him and everything, that's all live action. That's not video game art or anything. That is live
The
action.
gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it. It's
Even his costume is all live action and made from hand.
Safe.
That's why he is,
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell. But I watched the Northmen, learnt their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid the heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
love the voice acting. But
Another
yeah,
voice joins us. She was trying to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. What good is that? When we are always here.
it is such an incredible game, even on PS5. This is the PS4 version. There is no PS5 version, sadly. So, I mean, there are a couple of things that may...
You can stand on the edge. Pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near, waiting for you to make that little slip. You can't just wish things away.
So there's going to be, hopefully there won't be a lot of noticeable, like, glitches or anything changing in the game. But, like, right there, I was balancing with the sticks. Like, it wasn't auto-balanced. That's what I kind of miss in Senua Sacrifice 2, is that manual, uh, guiding, that manual maneuvering. Oh, and here we have another Ehwas. So let's see what this is.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
Alright, so a couple of things on Hel. The gods did not fear her, nor did they cast her down here to rule over the realm Hel, which is underneath Niflheimer. Odin actually liked the child for how intelligent she was. When she was just a little kid, she could answer questions that only mature adults could. And he saw her worthy of taking care of the dead, as I told you guys earlier, that, you know, the dead who are old and sick, they rest in a mansion and taken care of by Hell's slaves. Oh my, now I did it. Ugh, this is why I hate it. And those who do commit self-slaughter are told that they become trees. At least that's what I've read so far.
Stay back. Look at it. You have to open it.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead.
Stop saying hell,
Is that
fine.
the face of Hela herself?
Ooh, it's always just
God rules over Helheim.
Stop it.
Whatever horrors lie behind that door.
See if you guys can hear me crack this open. Yeah.
Someone's here. You took him from me. I beg you, let him go. I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
And here we have our first Northman. And here we have another Northman.
You're close. You finished.
See, I love the depiction of the Northman here, because it's almost like a Drengir. But no, they make it very clear that these are the Northmen.
They're coming for you! They were always Don't give up. Don't. You did this.
A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time. The hardest battles are fought in the mind. That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow. Whatever the cost.
He's not ready.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Surt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
Okay, so here's another piece that bothers me, but still is great for the story and the gameplay itself.
Fight two gods first.
Two gods.
Two gates.
We're going to go ahead and enter Valravan's
Ancestor of
gate.
seers and master of ravens. He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their remains. Follow the path to Valravan and defeat him in battle to earn his mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened without it.
Now, Valravan's not a god. It is a mythical Norse creature, a typical raven that has eaten the flesh or the heart of a dead warrior or a dead person. They grow into a monstrous beast until they eat the heart of a child, in which case then they would reach their final form. Valravans are very evil creatures. Yes, they, like I said, they hunt and kill people and eat their flesh and mimic the you know how ravens can mimic sounds and voices and can speak. Well, so can Valorabans, and they typically mimic the voice of their mother or their father to lure the children or the child into where it's hunting and kills the child, eats its heart, and then becomes an even more monstrous creature. So they often have the same kind of powers as the Draugr would. They have the power to shapeshift. They have the power to create illusions, mimic voices, to lure in those they want to slay. Of course, there's a lot more information that I is slipping my mind. So in the next episode, I'm gonna go ahead and uh, probably provide that information. I'm probably gonna make these videos shorter, like 30 minutes long, because this game is a bit shorter than Senua's Saga, but this game is heavily focused on puzzles rather than combat. As you're about to see in this realm, in Valravan's world, his deal is about the perception of your environment. How closely can you see the differences in the world around you through these gates that he's created? Or it created, I don't know the gender we all call him. But yeah, these are the gates that I am referring to. Once you walk through, you'll enter essentially a new world, and you'll notice that immediately as the first time we approached the store, nothing happened. Now look, now you see the 3 raven symbol on this door. In the next episode, we'll continue on with this adventure. Thank you guys for joining me on this journey we are about to take, and honestly, it's kind of crazy to see that the first game had a lot more going for it than the second game, but with such little resources and budget, I mean, Senua Saga was still a perfect game. It was so fun, it was so action-packed, but this one is a lot more stressful, is a lot more in-depth, and you are going to see the struggles that she has to deal with, and it's going to be a lot more stressful than the first game. You are really going to feel, that anxiety and fear. So until the next time, I will see you soon, my friends.